Kishan. Check 1. Check 1. Check 1, 2. 2, 2. Check 2.
Prince Guru Sri Vrindavan Vihara ki jai. Siyapati Ramachandra ki jai. Sit down, everyone. Assalamu alaikum. Pleasant morning to each and every one of you. Today we have come to join with his family, the Devi family, once more. As I enter the entrance of the building, the chapel, I saw some familiar faces. But not knowing who am I going to be performing this ceremony for. And again, why it's amazing for me is because the same family I would have done rituals for a couple of weeks ago, I won't say months, but a couple of weeks ago, I'm here once more to perform Antishi Sanskara, the funeral rituals for the Pitaji of Kevin, but one who have been standing also would have been part and parcel of the same ritual a couple of weeks ago. The discussion we were having just a while ago is that we don't make plans. We all try to make plans, right? But when we make plans, what happens when we make plans? Sometimes they don't fall through. There's a different program. God has a different plan for us. And in this case, I'm seeing Uncle here, who I would have done this ceremony for one of his siblings, not realizing that he would have been in the same position today. Again, so much things you can say at this point in time, and so disturbing too. But today, Prabhu Bhavan, he had paid away for himself. He had paid away for himself. So when that time came, he would have had that opportunity to also be able to take leave of the sick and to know which were that Almighty, that All-Merciful Bhavan himself, or the living Lord. Again, Bhavan, God has a plan. And he programs this world. As you come into this world, there's going to be a time you have to leave. But no one can say when and how. No one. But we always ask the questions, why? We tend to always ask these questions. So this morning, as we prepare ourselves to perform this Antishi Sanskar from the Kishan, before I actually proceed with rituals, I'm going to pass on the microphone for Kevin. He has a few words to say first before we begin.
Good morning, everyone. Sitaram. Salam. I am addressing you this morning on behalf of my uncle, Basdeo, and everybody knows him as brother. He is the brother of my father, Kishan Sooknanan. He would like to thank everyone for coming out this morning. He would like to thank you for the kind words and the love that you all have shown us over this last few days. This will be the final rites that you will be witnessing. And we hope and we wish safe and we wish that you have a smooth and easy transition as you go into the other phase of life. I will address you as Kevin later on.
Thank you very much, Kevin and Uncle Brother. So as we prepare ourselves to perform the Santashish Sanskar, I ask you to please bear with me here this morning as we will be performing rituals prescribed according to our dharma to bid farewell, send off, and have a positive transition for his Atma, his soul, to merge with that Paramatma, that Supreme. As we begin, as those who can be at the stand, please stand. Let us all clasp our hands, we close our eyes, we bow our head in prayer. As we pray, Bhagavan, your creator, your preserver, sustainer, but also you are the one that redeems us from the earthly bondages of this world. Today, Prabhu Bhagavan, through the love and trust and respect you have given to us, just as well we are able to express the Prabhu such in this world to others on this earth. And today, Prabhu, we are expressing all of our love and conditions, Prabhu Bhagavan, for this Pitaji, for this Bhaiya, this Pati, this dost, this friend. So, father, grandfather, brother, husband, even a friend. We have shared this bond, we have shared this relationship with him during the course of his life. And today, Prabhu, not because he ceased to exist in a physical state, that is not active to be able to communicate with us, that he will ever cease to exist in our lives. Today, Prabhu Bhagavan, all that we can pray and ask Prabhu is to take into care his Atma, his soul, so that he can be able to merge with thee as a Paramatma, as a Supreme Being, an all-merciful one that overlooks us all. So as we begin via the invocations of prayer. Hari Om, Om Sri Ganeshaya Namaha, Sri Saraswati Mataya Namaha, Sri Guru Charana Kamalibhyo Namo Namaha, Om Sri Krishnaya Namaha. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Om Apavitro Pavitro Vam Sarvasangatopava Ya Samrita Pundrikaksha Sabhen Gantaro Suchi Om Swastindra Paraswaha Swastin Purishabeshadeva Swastin Tariksharishiniyami Swastin Brahaspati Daratum Om Yam Brahma Varenda Rudra Maruta Sturvantu Devestave Veda Sangha Parikshamushare Gayantyam Shamaga Jnanavasragate Namansa Pashantyam Yogino Yashantam Navera Susurgana Devai Tasmai Namaha Devai Tasmai Namo Namaha Om Namo Sumati Bhukaja Swaha Hari Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Principle, we join our voices together, chanting and glorifying the name of that Supreme. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Prem प्रेम सुर श्रीवृंदावन बिहार की जय। बोलो श्री हरिमा देवता की जय। बोलो श्री महाविष्णु भगवान की जय जय। आप सब लोग बैठ जाएगा किसी किसी जगह। So as you're going to be performing the Antishi Sanskara, please pay indulgence here this morning as you're going to be presenting offerings of oblations. On the Miss Pitaji, the Spaba for the very last time as he finishes his teeth. So we're going to be presenting offerings. So. Om Sri Om Swastindra Swaha Swastin Pushaveshadeva Swastin Tariksharishiniami Swastin Brahaspati Daratum Swastin Brahaspati Daratum Hari Om Sri Ganga Saraswati Deva Payokshmani Namanajai Sadgasimaya Deva Tata Shanti Kurushami Hari Om Sri Swastindra Para Swaha Swastin Pushaveshadeva Swastin Tariksharishiniami Swastin Brahaspati Daratum Om Swastin Brahaspati Daratum Om Sri Ganga Saraswati Deva Payokshmana Namalachane Snata Simaya Deva Tata Shanti Kurushami Pritadhanam Pratishtanam Om Sri Om Swastindra Praswaha Swastin Pushaveshadeva Swastin Tariksharishiniami Swastin Brahaspati Daratum Om Swastin Brahaspati Daratum Hari Om Swastin Brahaspati Daratum Pritadhanam Pratishtanam Om Sri Harimaditaya Yo Namo Namaha. So we will be presenting our offerings of Pindam. This Pindam says that it is providing forms as supplements for the Atma, the soul. For the Atma, the soul that is reside in the spiritual atmosphere, the spiritual realms. So we will be presenting this offering. Hari Om Sri Om Patanga Shasatmi Sharagi Shashratagi Shiva Chutam Naran Mahajaniyam Vishwatmanam Parayanam Om Srimuknam Gutrasya Pritasya Nam Satrigam Supravarasya Sruti Smiti Paranuta Pratyata Virata Samastamagraviyata Samasruta Pashintyarta Ishtakam Samsidyata Om Sri Bhagavan Sri Aryama Devata Pinadhanam Pratishtanam As you see that way we are paying our regards and our respects for this Pitaji, as you have spent 68 years of his life on this earth. 68 and a half, right? Today. So again, today we are actually paying our regards and as respect for all the years that we have spent and we have cherished during course his life and in all lives. Yeah. Om Teshvara Bhumi Shvara Bhumi Chanam Sarishanam Kanichanam Kanichanam Vaihat Adihan Chananam Pratekratam Chananam Pratekratam Hari Om Om Teshvara Bhumi Shvara Bhumi Chanam Sarishanam Kanichanam Kanichanam Vaihat Adihan Chananam Pratekratam Sri Chananam Pratekratam. Just switch. Hari Om Sri Om Teshvara Bhumi Shvara Bhumi Chanam Sarishanam Kanichanam Kanichanam Vaihat Adihan Chananam Pratekratam Pretadhanam Pratishtanam Om Sri Aryamadevtaibhyo Namo Namah. Om Sri Teshvara Bhumi Shvara Bhumi Chanam Sarishanam Kanichanam Kanichanam Vaihat Adihat Chananam Pratekratam Sri Chananam Pratekratam Pretadhanam Pratishtanam. Hari Om Sri Om Teshvara Bhumi Shvara Bhumi Chanam Sarishanam Kanichanam Kanichanam Vaihat Adihat Chananam Pratekratam Pretadhanam Pratishtanam. Hari Om Sri Om Teshvara Bhumi Shvara Bhumi Chanam Sarishanam Kanichanam Kanichanam Vaihat Adihat Chananam Pratekratam Sri Chananam Pratekratam Sri Chananam Pratekratam. Om Sri Papa Papa Karma Papa Papa Sambhava Traimapa Nikaksha Sarva Papa Harohari Sarva Papa Harohari. Om Sri Papa Papa Karma Papa Papa Sambhava Traimapa Nikaksha Sarva Papa Harohari Pretadhanam Pratishtanam. Hari Om Sri Papa Papa Karma Papa Papa Sambhava Traima Pandakaksha Sarva Papa Harohari Pretadhanam Pratishtanam. Om Sri Aryamadevtaibhyo Namah. Hari Om Sri Papa Papa Karma Papa Papa Sambhava Traima Pandakaksha Sarva Papa Harohari Pretadhanam Pratishtanam. Om Sri Aryamadevtaibhyo Namo Namaha. So we're going to be presenting offerings of garland of flowers, which is a mala. It signifies our love, trust, respect that we show to someone. While they are amongst us, we have garland of flowers and malas, showing our just as well it would show us our respect. Today we are offering this mala no longer wanted by an doctor, signifies the end of the cycle of this physical body or physical state on this earth. So we're going to be presenting our offerings of garlands of flowers. Hari Om Sri Om Purmati Dharadharini Dhinyore Shishini Dhini Dhinyore Shishini Dhini. Hari Om Sri Purmati Dharadharini Dhinyore Shishini Dhini Dhinyore Shishini Dhini. Om Sri Om Purmati Dharadharini Dhinyore Shishini Dhini Dhinyore Shishini Dhini Dhinyore Shishini Dhini. Om Sri Savajavam Chavaya Sukam वैनोचितं मया दीपं गणनादेवेश तिमिरोतिमिरापं प्रेतधानं प्रतिष्ठानं हरिं यानि कानि च पापानि जन्मन्तकृतानि च तानि तानि विनश्यन्ति प्रदक्षिणा परे परे हरिं श्रीप्रेतदानं प्रतिष्ठानम् ॐ साजवं च वनसुतं मनोजितं मया दीपं गणनादेवेश तिमिरोतिमिरापं प्रेतधानं प्रतिष्ठानम् ॐ श्री यानि कानि च पापानि जन्मन्तकृतानि च तानि तानि विनश्यन्ति प्रदक्षिणा परे प्रेतधानं प्रतिष्ठानम् ॐ श्री हरिमादेवताभ्यो नमो नमः ॐ श्री साजवं च वनसुतमनोचितं मया दीपं गृणादिवेश तिमिरोतिमिरापहं प्रेतधानं प्रतिष्ठानं हरि ॐ श्री हरिमादेवताभ्यो नमो नमः हरिं श्री ओम पितृ 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 महापितृ गच्छान्ति हर्यमा 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 गच्छानि हरिं श्री साजवं च वनसुतमनोचितं मया दीपं गृणादिवेश तिमिरोतिमिरापं प्रेतधानं प्रतिष्ठानं हरिं श्री या ओम पितृ 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 महापितृ गच्छान्ति हर्यमा 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 गच्छानि हरिं यानि कानि च पापानि जन्मन्तकृतानि च तानि तानि विनश्यन्ति प्रदक्षिणा परे परे प्रेतधानं प्रतिष्ठानं हरिं श्री ओम पितृ 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 महापितृ गच्छान्ति हर्यमा 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 गच्छानि हरिं श्री साजनं च वनसुतमनोजितं मया दीपं गृणादेवेश तिमिरोतिमिरापं प्रेतधानं प्रतिष्ठान् ॐ श्री हरिमादेवताय यो नमो नमः प्रेम से बोलो श्री वृंदावन बिहार की जय शरणम Sri Ramachandra ki jai. Today, this is something we don't like to be a part and parcel of. This is something which we don't like to accept. When we lose near and dear ones of ours. Again, I'm going to repeat myself. Reason being is that I never thought I would actually have to stand here once more to perform the same rituals or ceremony for this Pitaji, this father. Obviously, for the couple of weeks ago, we have made a lot of, comments and we have made kind of jokes, whatever in between, trying to create a different atmosphere. But not knowing that God had a plan. our best plan. So look at us. Uncle would have been here for 68 years of his life plus. He would have done his service and honor during the course of his life by being best husband, best father, best grandfather, best brother, best friend. All of these things. This is why we gathered here today. And individuals are doing us via live stream also. Because of what his characteristics he will share with us all during the course of our lives. That is going to be everlasting memories. That is something going to be played into our lives for the rest of our lives. Today we are seeing Uncle going. Are we all prepared in this manner? Or to take him in this manner? I don't think any one of us are prepared. None of us. When this took place, when this happened, as a matter of fact, again, they were looking, Kevin, we were looking to see if we could get the same person to come and perform the same rituals, the same ceremony, which is myself. But not knowing who it is that's really going to actually get. So they inquired, but so happened Mukesh was able to have a bit of better description of who to perform the ceremony. And this is, and so happened when a phone call came. It didn't came by they, but it came by the agency. I didn't know who I was coming, as I mentioned. I was supposed to be at a different location with a funeral. But I said, you know what? I'll come here. As I say, God had planned for me to come to be part of this family once more. To share their forms of honor, respect for this Pitaji. Again, so many things can be said here at this moment in time. But we have to remember something. As we come to this world, there's going to be a point in time that we're going to leave. Myself and Kevin was speaking a while ago. Kevin said when he was walking through when he came, not today, but the day that he had to visit his dad, he got a call when he was what? Coming in. And he went to the hospital to visit his dad. So I told Kevin, so listen, it could have happened before, but no, it happened when you arrived. When you entered the country to come to what? To see your dad. And you see that last moment, that is going to be etched in one's life. That is going to create remembrance in one's life. Again, those are moments when we miss a lot of ones. Is those last moments that we have shared is what is going to be everlasting. And we can ask ourselves and tell ourselves, don't like that to be repeated. Don't. These are things that we have in our lives, that takes place in our lives. Again, you have visited and you have gone to various ceremonies, especially funeral ceremonies. And you will hear so many forms of dialogues of what the scripture says, and all of these things. I'm not going to say those things here this morning. I'm going to be honest with you. If you look at it, if you look at it carefully, I'm not reading from the scriptures. Because you know what? We are living the scriptures. And it's how we apply ourselves in this world, and so that we will prepare ourselves when we take leave of the sins. You always hear us. You go to 10 different ceremonies and you hear the same thing. But how many of us are applying it to ourselves? How many of us are telling ourselves, are we prepared? Are we? I don't think any one of us are prepared. You know, I was not telling Sham, sorry to say this one though, I was not telling Sham, I was saying what? I feel I had to take out our accounts. You know what that sort of account? Not a spiritual account, you know, but an account by the agency. Sorry. You know why? Because you can never tell when the time is going to be on us that we're also going to go. This is something I always like to ask for. If you're given an opportunity to come to the agency and say, listen, I want to choose my own ride. Would you do that? Would you? Good. All right, fine. Some of us would. Good. Will you come and say, listen, I want to choose my own box also? I wonder. Some of us, yes, we may do. Some of us, again, are going to say, we're going to say, listen, I want this particular outfit. I want to go with this particular outfit. But here's what. It gets better. Would you take an opportunity to lie down in that box and try it out? Why? You know what? It's only there and then you understand what you're actually leaving behind. All the things that you've accomplished in your lives, all the things that you've worked hard for in your life, where is it all going to stay? Where it is all going to go? It's not going to go with you on this journey. It's going to stay with your loved ones who you're leaving behind. It's actually going to remain. The only thing that's going to go with you is your deeds, your actions that you will share with the individuals on this earth. That's the only thing that's going to go with you. Nothing else. Not your accumulations. Uncle worked hard during the course of his life. Very hard. To make sure everything would have been put in place. Not for himself, you know, but for his loved ones. For his children, for his family. We have done that. We all work hard. Who are we working hard for? Who are we working hard for? Tell me. Ask yourself this particular question. What are you working hard for? To make sure your family is well cared for and taken care of. That's what we all do. Yes, to create a what? When we say once our family is happy, we are happy, right? True or not true? But are we really happy? These are questions I'm leaving with you here this morning. So this morning as we're performing the Santushti, I will go for that one. And then I can go on and on, but we will cut again. I want you all to ask your hands. This is about celebrating the life of Uncle Kishan. For all that you have meant in our lives and paid in our lives. Let us pray for the well-being of his journey, from his transition from this earth into another realms. Harium Sri Vasudeva Sudam Devam Kansachanurmaranam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagat Guru Om Anarina Deva Shankar Chakra Gadadhara Akshara Pundarikaksha Preta Moksha Prarupava Harium Chitra Gupta Sthiti Vanshamantavam Murga Pepe Diyape Dretiyama Santa Yoga Trishinghan Raja Pitan Tirishtava Chor Dintamalam Agyapayati Papanam Shashiche Mayato Chitam Yama Gyakarano Dutam Prachanga Kritatma Pitra Bhipanti Yagram Atma Shanti 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 Atma Shanti 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 Atma Shanti Om Ayudha Mantura Maya Kashika Chiyavantika Puri Bhavate Gaya Satteta Mokshadayaka Saptadham Sadobha Om Sri Krishna Namah Sri Krishna Namah Sri Krishna Namo Namah Prince Suru Srindavan Hari Ki Jai Shara if you look at back of the program, you see the second picture on to the back. And also amazing, that there were 7 individuals in this picture. And I happened to glimpse it. And this was taken up upstairs in another chapel. I'm not realizing I was going to it. Reoccur. Strange enough. Strange enough. I don't know if anybody else noticed that. Jai Bhagavan. The second bhajan in the program, let us all join our voices. As the Prabhu Bhagavan has told us that there is no more going to be any forms of pain or sufferings or ailments. The program, this physical being we have to attach itself to in this physical world. Let us join our voices together in this beautiful rendition of this bhajan. Hayum Sri Jai Krishna Hare Sri Krishna Hare Dukhiyo ko dukha dur kare Jai 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 Krishna Hare Jai Krishna Hare Sri Krishna Hare Dukhiyo ko dukha dur kare Jai 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 Krishna Hare Jab चार तरफ अंधियारा हो आशा का दूर किनारा हो जब चार तरफ अंधियारा हो आशा का दूर किनारा हो और कोई न केवल फिर तू ही मेरा पार करो जय 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 कृष्ण हरे जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे दुखियों को दुख दूर करे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे विष को भी अमृत कर दे तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे विष को भी अमृत कर दे पूर्ण कर दे सबकी आशा जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे दुखियों को दुख दूर करे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे तेरा दर्शन को मैं तरस रहा तेरा नाम की माला जपत रहो तेरा दर्शन को मैं तरस रहा तेरा नाम की माला जपत रहो सागर से मोरी नैया सागर से मोरी नैया क्षण में जो कितना करे क्षण में जो Jai Krishna Hare, Sri Krishna Hare, Dukhiyo ko dukha dur kare. Jai 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 Krishna Hare, Jai 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 Krishna Hare, Jai 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 Krishna Hare. Prem Suru Srinivadana Lal ki. So this is the third time I'm going to pass you on the mic to Kevin. Which is going to, I don't know how he's going to do it, but I know he has the courage and strength of his father to see Eulogy.
See me smiling for all, right? Hello again, everyone. This eulogy, part of the eulogy, is the easy part because I didn't write this, so I can read it. It was actually written by his daughter, Christian. And she says, as we celebrate the life of our father, Kishan, Sooknanan, who many of you may know as Poetic or Indian, I know him as Suki too. We remember him to be a perfect example of hard work and determination, working from Sunday to Sunday, even on holidays. Dad's mind was continuously business and investment mode. He was skillful, sociable, adventurous, optimistic, and always ready with a playful smile. He was also a lover of animals, especially his dogs. One of his famous accomplishments in his young days was his great swim across from Trinidad to Tobago. I think Tobago to Trinidad. There were also his Bruce Lee moments, and now a pair of nunchucks, and instantly he became the world's greatest martial artist. He brought laughter wherever he went, even in his smallest, most unexpected ways. And let's not forget his dancing skills. The bags are only for those who love with their eyes, because for those who love with their heart and soul, there's no such thing as separation. So that was the easy part. So, for those of you who don't know, I'm Kevin. I am his son. Some of you may know me as Pilot, Coconut Waterman, but to be honest with you, 1 o'clock this morning, I didn't have anything written. And somebody said that I should write something. Wing it. I said, why? I should have the ability to command the English language and tell you about my father. So firstly, I would like you to, or I should say, I would like to beg your indulgence. Thanks for your patience, because I don't know how long it's going to take me to say what I need to say. At times, you would see me pause. It is not because I'm hooked on phonics, but the English language will escape my tongue.
Like, no.
No. Thanks. But if you want, you can come and stand at you, Just don't come and hold me. So I have sort of two questions here when I started with, but I have a million questions. There's feels like a million words that needs to be filled. I have this paper in front of me, but I guarantee nobody will be able to make sense of it. There's pain. There's sorrow. There's grief. There's some frustration. I'm going not to question the great architect of the universe. I believe everything happens for a reason. And that's where I start. As in my first question, where do I start and how do I continue? My father was a generous and adventurous person. My father was adventurous, quite generous man to others. Could have been a complete stranger. If you needed assistance, he would reveal himself. His generosity truly knew no bounds. He touched many lives with his meaningful impact. See the thing in this speech, I don't have many pages, and I'm just my father was always someone we all could have come to. He was my how-to. So, for example, how to fix the water pump. Pick up the phone and call him. Wife complaining I don't have water. What should I do? Car problems. It was back in the day when things was hard. Or bought a ceiling fan or fancy light, and I like to do things myself. Maybe I pick that up from him. I call him and say, hey, this is an American light and they have different color wires to what I see inside the wall. Yeah. In a sense, he was like my Google. How to. Let me tell you, let me give you a how-to story on Wednesday. My dad passed on Tuesday night, 7:20. So Wednesday morning, my wife and I organizing to go and get me started, register all the people who get involved in getting to the account. So I was brushing my teeth and I remember, oh, my dad has a dog. Oh my gosh, that dog probably didn't eat for the last 2 days. We should go feed the dog first before we go to the hospital. So Jenna was asking me if there's dog chow. I said, well, I don't know if you have a dog, you should have dog chow. And that was the night before, so the morning I was brushing my teeth and thinking about it. I said, yeah, okay, we'll go there for this sort of plan of my need. And it was about the dog chow question again. And I said, you know, I pick up my phone, call him to ask him if he has dog chow. That pause wasn't too long, 10 seconds maybe. If you ask my wife, I want to tell her that funny story. When I got to the bedroom, I got to the part of, I picked up my phone. And I gave pause and I couldn't finish it. So I left and I went to the bathroom, tears, whatever. So of course she's, Kevin, what? So the second time I said, you know, I'm myself composed. Go back and I'll tell her the story. Went back. And I got the cell phone. And I had to leave the room again. So now she's annoyed. She's saying, come on, you're wasting my time. What is this you're trying to tell me? It took me 2 times to tell her this story. Just kind of rattled through the part of, hey, I pick up the phone to call it if you have dog chow. Wow, look at that. Just kind of. So, how-to guy. Who do I call now? You will always find solutions to difficult questions, to my difficult questions. And Katie and Lily, just want, as my daughters ready, I just want to let you know that Daddy has all the answers. He only consulted with Grandpa Kishan to know or to ensure that he had the correct answer. And you know, even if you didn't have a solution, you would say, listen, give me some time, and you'll come back with one. Sometimes multiple. And he's been giving me these tools along the way. I have the ability now to, you know, assess the information that he's given me, and then I can make a knowledgeable choice. Sometimes I may not even agree with his solutions, but it pointed me in the right direction. Sometimes that's all you need, to be pointed in the right direction. This week, it's been a short week, but it felt like pretty long. I've received numerous calls, messages, with personal touch. But some of you even went on to relate personal experiences. So I'm going to call the person named. When I gave them the news, they couldn't believe it. So yeah, when I first come, I don't believe it. That was maybe about lunchtime. Later on, in the evening, he calls me. And he says, you know I didn't believe you. So I drove to his house. And I went to knock on the door. It's just one piece of her wife, she just does in her eyes. So they don't do that. He said I had to pass her. I needed somebody else to tell me. Then we started to really, experiences. He said that at one point in time things were very bad for him. Felt like he was down, Lady Luck has left. He had no place to really turn to. And kind of questioning life. And he would go to my father's office just to speak to him. I looking down there, but that's not everything. And he said, he knew, my dad, he knew what to say to make him carry on. Now we make it so much money, you didn't know what to do with it. I have 2 little girls with a college fund, you could donate money to. But it may not have had to be monetary contributions from my father, but just his infectious personality, his smile, the way he communicated with others. It surely left a lasting impact in a positive way. Why many of you are here today? There's so many more that wanted to come. Some of those values were transcended to me. As I look across the room, there are people here who are here to support me. Some of them have never met my father before. I thank you for coming and supporting me today. Those experiences caused me to reflect. I was just, I give. You wanted something, whatever you want. Maybe it was a conversation to make it feel better. But still, you want, you got. Give. You want, take. But I often ask myself recently now is, who did he turn to? Who is helping him? I know my father to be a very secretive person. Maybe double the second, double the eight. And so in discussing things like his health, I think that was off the table. It was like, hey, I'm good. How are you? How are the kids? How's your wife? And I make sure everybody else is better, don't worry about it. I got the impression didn't want to burden people with his troubles. But those branches still extended. I wrote something last night and I am no poet. A fruit-bearing tree does not need its fruit to survive. A mango tree does not need to eat mangoes to grow big and tall. Nor does it need to eat mangoes to reproduce. Fruits of the tree isn't for the tree, but for you, the passerby. The fruits of the tree provides sustenance, new life. fruit of the tree provides protection, inspiration, or simply a place to rest on your short journey on earth. I was not speaking about a tree. It was my tree of life. It produced an excellent specimen. It was my tree of knowledge. I come back to my first question. Where do I start? I'm going to start. Or continue. Where do I start? Moving forward. First question. So my dad has a really good friend. Coincidentally, he has a son and we became friends. If boys had best friends, we could consider each other best friends. You know, what's interesting is that I don't have many friends. I have a lot of acquaintances, but I don't have many friends. I know this individual for a long time, and he's not Mr. Social either, to say that, because I would say I have a lot of friends. But we share strong qualities that are important in each other. We see it, genuine, honest. And sometimes that's just enough to go forward. He was overseas. He took a flight, came in last night, came to my house. He kept me back from writing my eulogy. You know, played some cards, he learned a new game, I introduced him to 2 new people. And he had a good bond with them. And I saw him laugh. A smile I haven't seen in a long time. Sometimes these things can happen, so we can come together. So I've been at my house maybe about 1 a.m. And when leaving, I told him, what you came for? Okay. You drive on PDG 336, is that a 4 or 9? PDG 3364 or 69, you're blocking Vasa compound. Okay, no more distraction. So Jamil left my house about 1 a.m. and when he was leaving, I told him that I didn't have the eulogy. He was shocked. He was even more shocked when I said I'll probably Google it. He said, write something from the heart. I asked, what about Google? Google should know my father pretty well. He said, write something from the heart. I said, what about AI? He said, write something from the heart. He said, what about Chat GPT? He said, write something from the heart. And he drove off with that. Now, kitchen, struggling to where do I start, you know? I drew on inspiration from my daughters. Katie and Lily, after finding out the news of the passing of Grandpa Kishan, they wrote something for him unassisted. Something from the heart. Yeah. No, I couldn't read this. It probably took me about 4 times to read this. Thanks. So out of the blue, they came calling me. They said, hey, I have something for Grandpa Kishan. Both of them are pretty much the same. To Grandpa Kishan, Happy Christmas. Practice this. Practice this. To Grandpa Kishan, Happy Christmas. Grandpa Kishan, I love you forever. From Caitlin, Sooknanan. Hearts, kisses, hugs. There's another one, Grandpa Kishan, I love you. I miss you, Grandpa Kishan. Kiss, kiss from Olivia. Hugs and kisses, and there's hearts on it. I can't tell you how difficult it was being presented with this. Seeing true love expressed this way. And they said they wanted to give Grandpa Kishan this, put it in the box. You know, Das wouldn't have a box large enough for the things I would like to put in that box. But it wouldn't be material things. It would be filled with cars and cash, jewels or fine threads. It would be filled. It will be filled with experiences. Are we going for time? Kishan's still there. So, I spent a lot of time with my father from COVID to present. Many times, almost every day. Actually, there's someone here who spent a lot of time with him too. Every day, right? Out of the business. And sometimes that required loading a van 11 p.m., midnight, 2 a.m., offloading containers late in the morning. My mother will call and ask, where is your father? You will always be there. And I tell them, you know, I'm good. Good for inside. He said, yeah, I know you're good. I just here to look at the show. Many times I'll tell him, hey, to go inside. Say, don't worry, I can handle myself. Say, yeah. Very happy, so. Worried about them, not you. After finishing the pilot training in Miami, we went to China. It was only supposed to be for 2 weeks. We had a great time. He asked me if I had anything to go back home to do. I had just finished school. I had nothing to do. Life was simple. He said, well, great. We'll extend his stay. We stayed for a month. A little over a month. I have not been back to China since. I had plans to visit next year. I would have loved to have him with me. There was one time we were flying from New York to Miami, and when the flight attendant, we were in business class, and they came and they said, were asking us what was our final destination. We said, Poetic. She had a quizzical look on her face. She said, I'll get back to you. She went to the cockpit, she came back. She said, Mr. Sooknanan, your final destination today will be Miami. There's a hurricane coming, and we are one of the last flights that we landed, and the airport will be closed. You know, it was never a panic, because it was comfortable with him. No big deal. We got a car, and we drove to, we were with my brother. And I'll tell you, there were 5 cars on that drive on the 95 between Miami and Coral Springs. Incredible. There's nobody out there. We were the 5th car. We got stopped by a police officer and said, hey, the road was blocked. And a tree fell and we won't be able to pass this way. We'll have to find our alternative route. Ladies and gentlemen, we don't have GPS. We had no smartphones. There was no internet. We didn't even call brother to say we were coming. We had no phone. We had nothing. We were navigating just pure off of his memory of the short time he's probably been there. And I mean, I was blown away by that. Eventually we found brother's house. And I was like, what was it, like 2 a.m.? 2 a.m. Must have been like, whoa, who's knocking? And when he opened his door at 2 a.m., to his surprise, his brother and I was there. Yeah, in a hurricane. What's up? That's the adventurous side. We drove across the US to visit his that's from basically Miami to New York to visit his sister. Your mom, right, Kishan? Where is Auntie Sally? And again, we had to do this by maps. Because you probably would know what a map is. It's like a piece of paper with a topical view with some streets, you know, and have some coordinates on it, oriented north. And you kind of follow this road until you reach this point and then get to it. Anyway, when you rented a car, they gave you a maps long time. And I was the navigator. He was the driver, right? And you know what? We never got lost, not even once. But we found many alternate routes to get to New York. And still, to this day, I haven't driven and made that drive. You know, there's a lot of things I did with him that I've never done again. You know, various other trips that were very memorable that I probably shouldn't mention again. You know, my father has been giving me tools along the way. And it's time that the baton should be passed. He's been holding on to it, he's been holding on to it. Just never thought that, he'll let go. But now, you got a bit later in the race. Time has come. He's already checked in. He's made his way through security. Bypassed the departure lounge. Spoke. The flight has departed. And he's on this journey, or he's on this flight, to this new destination, where he's going to pick up a new journey. I'm thankful he did take me on this journey with him. And I'm sure that you've given me enough that I can continue. And I will be in that pilot seat now with two girls that I will be handing the baton over to. Give me a little bit more time with this earth and allow me to fulfill my destiny, my duty. When I give my girls the tools required to be great. And I look forward to joining you in our celestial journey of everlasting life. Amen.
Thank you very much, Kevin. Again, very happy. So, I believe we have one other person to speak, is it?
Good day, everyone. Those who don't know me, I'm Sooknanan. More likely, everybody else does know who Sooknanan is. His eldest, Kishan's eldest nephew. You let me call him Kishan because when my brother, sister, and myself were born, Kishan and brother felt they were too young to be called uncle or mamu. So they insisted we call them by their first name. As Kevin stated, Kishan was one of those people who would bring joy to our room. Like our life. Love our life. That's what I did with him. My teenage years, I lived with him, and I think my grandmother, my mother, my aunt, and everybody blamed him for grooming me to be like him. Amika, you're probably you're the one. Qualities he shared with all of us. Stranger, family, friend. That tree that Kevin spoke about. Kishan never allow one branch to not be taken care of. All of us here are testimonies to Him touching our lives one way or the other. He always ensured that He would check on someone. Believe you me, we end up in our line after. Or in our bar. He was, for want of a better word, he was the protector of the family. He was the first call if something was going wrong. You bounce it to somebody showing up in your land, Kishan was the first call. It wasn't no bad job, far from it. But he had a way of speaking. And we are not drinking after. We'll never not to have alcohol in the vehicle. Because we never know where we went up. Right, Hulkman? If we don't have, we know where to fight. Shannon, Kishan, Sooknanan. Kishan get blamed for so much of thing. But Shannon and Sooknanan. So they say that, but they say, yeah, I'm going to fish if you want. Kishan, you taught us all something, all plenty things at different times in our lives. Didn't believe he enjoyed the line so much a couple of weeks ago. He wanted to repeat it today. Last funeral home, I hope they have no more chapel inside this place. You can't take 2024 again. Most people know I can talk, but I don't do this. Occasions you want to come, I can't do this. Those who know me know I'm also not emotional. If I just am not cold, I have no emotion. That's because I can. We take care of everything. Shannon left us, he left us now. In a better place. Remember again. Two of them meet up at the start time. For those of us left, the memories, goodwill, gestures. I don't know if he ever both you. It both was a laugh. But when we sit down in quietness, we start to understand what both was. But very rarely gets together. And then we'll drink again. Mind you, over the past few years, we haven't been able to do that for a while. It's age, or you can't take it, whatever the reason. But the memories that we are left with, Kishan provided us with all our own needs. Was nothing short of remarkable. Siblings, you all just remember great times you all had growing up, difficult times you all had, and cherish what you all have in each other. My cousins mightn't look that way, mightn't be that way. Because they ever hear any type of emotion like that. I realize why. Something simple as the young ladies said, I love you. I don't come out of our mouth. You don't know how to say it. Besides probably to the person get married. After that, I told you I hear it again. But this is how we are. We will always be here. by the training. Doesn't mean we didn't care. We don't care. Means we are here. Until we are not. Kishan, you want to rest yourself. We will continue to do it.
Everyone. So, I am Mukesh. Kind of a personal shadow because many times we will not be able to say sooner. Whatever they ask me to do, I will do. Somewhere along the line, I will say, well, I am Mukesh. I don't want to take personals. So, yeah, me, second son, Kishan. But Kishan was the last of the 5 siblings, correct? So, when they say the last child is a spoiled child, you all don't understand that. Kevin, you are your father's son for sure. And let me tell you all right. You see that amount of scribbles on that piece of paper you had? In September, the last time I met Kishan, somebody said, hey, whatever we were discussing, he said, let me just check the diary and think it. Good boy. Each page probably had about 1 million letters. I said, Kishan, how are you figuring out? He said, don't worry.
Stop. Dip in your pocket and hold it.
Yes, I mean, I environmentally friendly, so when it comes to using paper, I use it wisely. I learned from Kishan. So yeah, so Kevin, nice. I should have spoken before sooner because he took part of my speech, right? And it's true. I remember brother and Kishan when we were younger, and then in the house in Ganga Terrace there, and we playing and think, Uncle Kishan, Uncle brother, pull up hours. Yeah, but and they insisted. We call them brother, we call them Kishan, because they felt they're young and they had in the prime and so how we could be calling them uncle? Right? Oh, we could be calling them and continue them. Up to now, so my children, they have, how you could be saying, the names just so. We call brother. So for them, they will say uncle brother. Uncle Kishan is Kishan. But that's just how we grew up, we love, we care for each other. Then growing up, Kishan, I mean, just reflecting on the days, he was the one who took me to my graduation ball. Right? He would stick around whatever he did. I come back to him. He was the one who would, for those younger persons, right, there's a place called, that the mother shop was Kirana. So the older person who, Kishan was the one who took us Kirana. Many times I remember going and see Superman 1, 2, 3, up to 4, I can't remember that anymore. But Kishan was the one. Right? Into my university times, and at some point in time, I ended up having a girlfriend. Yes, she's my wife now, do what she said. But the story is, in Sawa, after we finished running the market and thing, and I will travel along to Pinal. Yeah, she got Pinal. Right? Why Pinal? Yeah, that place called Eulogy where I was going to, and it's so up my matter. She saw me going up there. But anyhow, the story is, there was several taxis there from Sawa to Richie Crazy to Curup to San Fernando, Pinal to Clark Road. So Kishan said, use one of the vehicles somebody. No. Use one of Kishan vehicle. They don't know, it's a challenge. Right? I said, alright. So first thing, they check for insurance. Because you're going to get insurance value. Check, you stay check for gas. Send you a value thing out. Third one, Kishan, that tire looking kind of smooth now. Don't worry now, boy. If you see all the hot sun, don't worry now, boy, you're good to go. That's Kishan. I mean, everybody knows that he was the go-to person. You're doing something, another project, you go to Kishan. Problem or something happened, Kishan is the one first on his spot to provide assistance. That, and you also, he is the person who experienced it. When I was building my house, Kishan was the one I consulted to go through which builder to use, what to use. Of course, when it came to electrical work, I was him, right? Kishan know you work, you know. When you put two side by side light switch on the high and one thing. But when I watch that light switch now, but Kishan don't remember that. Fast forward to the recent times when anti-makeup and it would have done service a couple months ago, right? When really in terms of overseeing or taking care of anti-makeup, Kishan was the one, I was the one, right? And many times we'll call each other and talk and what to do, what to do here, how to do, or who could go carry her in the hospital, or something like Kishan was that person as well. Yeah? So the last time I met him in September, this last time I met him in September, and we chat and we went over some stuff. The last time we really had meetings was for Diwali. And for some years, so we were always for Diwali, birthday, Christmas, something, at least reach out to each other. That's my last. So on Tuesday, when I got a call that he was in the hospital, so I honestly didn't know he was in such a serious condition. And then I got an hour later getting that call. He passed away. So let's say that's just a few words in what I remember, Kishan, the good times, the up and down times. Really some interesting times we passed through. We remember Kishan being with me, Tamisawish. But we'll be there and we continue. We hope not to be there anytime soon. Yeah, somebody out there, you know, something coming up now. Very young.
I'm sure I see this.
Huh?
I'm sure I see this.
On that note, thank you all very much.
Husband is always waiting on his wife. Comes out and oh my gosh. Remember 10 years ago when you walked down there? Ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to the end of the proceedings here in chapel. And we will go on to Waterloo. I know some of you indicated that you will be joining us at Waterloo. I want to take this opportunity to sincerely thank all of you, from neighbors to laundrymen, pilots, personal friends of me, Uncle Roll. The man was like with them up to this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Right? It's up to Sunday too, right? Yeah, I know really know me in Packers. You know, immediate family, siblings, my family. A special thank you to my wife. She has been the pillar that I have leaned on, you know, the last couple of days. And I thank you for being strong. Don't worry, you can still count on me to be with me. So my two beautiful kids, continue to excel. Continue to listen to mommy and daddy. I want to say publicly, I love you Katie, I love you Lily. To my mom, Hey, you want to know what you? I want to say publicly that I love you. Thank you for everything. And you can be my eye to you. So once again, thank you everyone. It really means a lot. And I appreciate all the calls, all the wishes. And it certainly was appreciated during this time. I want to say a special thank you to Poetic and you. Sorry, I'm going to meet under these conditions again. And, but I always appreciate the way you conducted yourself and the explanations that you give for people who are also not of this sacred faith. And, you know, everything that you have done and continue to do for us, just want to let you know that, you know, we really appreciate it, and it is more comforting during this time. Thank you.
Thank you, Kevin. So at this point in time, I'm going to ask everyone to please stand. As we begin concluding our rituals of ceremony, as we will be taking our leave, those who commit to stand, please stand. The others can be seated. As from here we begin taking leave to go to the cremation site. But at this point in time, let us take a moment of silence. Let us utter prayer. As mentioned, not only Kishan, right? For spending all his lives with us to share those moments and guidance and inspirations and knowledge, but most importantly, the protection that you have given and shared for us all. We thank you. We thank you, Bhagavan, for allowing us and lending us this individual to be part and parcel of our lives. And that legacy is going to be everlasting in our hearts and our minds. I'm going to be there. So we take a moment of silence. Hariom Sri Achyutam Keshavam Ramanarayanam Krishna Dhamodharam Vasudevam Harim Sridharam Madhavam Gopikavalavam Janiki Nayakam Ramachandram Bhaje Achyutam Achyutam Keshavam Krishna Dhamodharam Vasudevam Harim Achyutam Keshavam Satya Bhamadhavam Madhavam Sridharam Radhikaradhitam Indiramadhiram Chitta Sundaram Devaki Nandanam Nandanam Sandhare Achyutam Keshavam Achyutam Keshavam Krishna Dhamodharam Vasudevam Harim Vaishnave Jaishnave Shankari Chakrini Rukmani Rangani Janaki Janaye Valave Valavaya Chitayatmane Kamsavidavamsini Vamshini Te Namam Achyutam Keshavam Ramanarayanam Krishna Dhamodharam Vasudevam Harim Krishna Dhamodharam Vasudevam Harim Hariom Sri Shantakaram Bhujagasharam Paramanabham Suresham Vishwadharam Gagana Sadrisham मेघवर्णं शुभांगं लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनं योगिविद्यानगम्यं वन्दे विष्णुभावहरणं सर्वलोकैकनाथम् ॐ शान्ति 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 हरि ओम् ॐ नमो परमात्मने नमः। प्रेम से बोलो श्री वृंदावन विहार की जय, बोलो श्री अर्घमा देवता की जय, बोलो श्री महाविष्णु भगवान की जय। श्री राम नाम सत्य है, श्री राम नाम सत्य है, श्री राम नाम सत्य है, सत्य ही नाम कहते हैं। So this person went to those who wish to come pay final respects can be able to feel free to do so now. A very short while from now we will take leave. I have to the cremation side of water. Thank you very much. See you.
No, but it's short one, yeah. I think what I didn't see. I know my phone, I'm going to put it in the book. Like when I called my the city number, the percentage is going up now, but I was thinking of the 6, I know it's going to settle. Alright, cool.